Right, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Good evening again, everyone. I
Evening.
am Muradio Olaj, your and I'm your moderator for this evening session. I hope our day have been productive. We are fine. All right, so let's just quickly run. Today we'll be reviewing the very last chapter of the third law, Make It Easy. And I have a beautiful, fantabulous lady that will be taking us through that. So before I hand over to her, she's already smiling. Before I hand over to her, and we'll just quickly go through. We've done the first law, make it obvious. We've done the second law, make it attractive. And now we have also gone through the third law, which is make it easy. Last week, Debo and Election took us through the story of the 2 minute rule on how to make it and how to stop procrastinating, right? And this week, my amiable roller, right? Yeah, will be taking us through the very
Romla.
last chapter. Romla, thank you.
Yes.
Will be taking us through the very last chapter of the third law, how to make good habits inevitable and bad habits impossible. I'm very sure that we are ready for this. And once she's done, we would also be able to take contributions from everyone. So at this junction, I'll hand over to my wonderful reviewer for this evening, Miss Romla.
I'm coming. Okay. Okay. So good evening. My name is Afolabi Romla, and this is my first time reviewing. And the topic I'm going to review in is how to stop procrastinating by using the 2 minute rule. To make sure, is anybody hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. All right. So let me start with a question. Have you ever told yourself that, okay, I'll just check my phone for few minutes and suddenly an hour or a whole day even just completely disappears? So this chapter explains why that happens and how to stop it by using what the author calls the 2 minute rule. So the chapter begins with Twyla Tharp, I believe that should be the pronunciation. She's one of the greatest dancer and choreographer of the modern era. She said uh her success come from a simple daily ritual, which is she said hailing a cab to the gym every morning. Not the workout itself, just getting into the cab. That small habit, that small act triggers a whole entire day or just triggers a whole routine for that particular day. So the author says 40 to 50% of what we do every day is our automatic habit. That means technically our lives are on autopilot. And honestly, when I read that, I thought,
Is that me or Romland's network?
okay, maybe anytime I wake up and I just decide to pray, it's something I was meant to do that. Huh?
You can go
Continue,
on.
continue.
Okay. Where did I stop? Okay. Habits are like beginnings to a very essential habit or very powerful things that we do or some things that we need to do or something that we need to stop doing. So habits are like the beginning to all those things. Once you start it, you keep moving in that direction. So if you start your day by if you just wake up in the morning and you just start by pressing your phone, you know, oh, so this my day is going to be probably just me lazing around or just your day will not be really productive. But if you start your day by waking up, making your bed, or drinking water, or opening a note to read or opening a book to read, okay, this is the beginning of my day and my day is going to be a productive day. The author says the key is to master what he calls the decisive moment. Those tiny things that shapes those tiny things in the road, in the path that you're going, that shapes everything else. For example, when you get home from work, you choose between to change into your workout clothes or to just lay on the couch. If you are changing into your workout clothes, you must go for workout or you must run, you must do exercise. But if you come back from work and you just decide to lay on the couch, you just know, oh, I'm just going to probably sit down there, press my phone or watch TV till like I probably sleep off, and that just summarize your whole evening. That small habit, just that small decision, that small choice you make, just entirely just ramps up your whole entire evening. So it's not the willpower, it's which road you choose at that moment. So now for the 2 minute rule, it says when you start a new habit, it should take you less than just 2 minutes. And if you think about it, 2 minutes might be too much for some people, especially me. I get tired if I want to do something by 1 minute. It takes me just
Yeah, I guess the network is breaking.
one.
Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you, Maria. We can hear you loud and clear. I think it's Rommel's network.
Hi, Ramla. Can you hear me? Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay, and before she comes back, Ramla, do you want to turn off your video? Maybe that would help with the network. Sometimes your video can make the network fluctuate. So maybe you can just try turning it off. Then we continue. Or is she on the call? Okay, she's out.
Can you hear me
Oh,
now?
okay.
Yes, you're
Yes, we
back.
can
We
hear
can
you.
hear
Just
you.
turn off
Okay,
your
okay.
video. Then you can go ahead with
I'm
the...
sorry.
No, it's fine.
Okay. So, the 2 minute rule says when you start a new habit, it should take you less than 2 minutes to do. And with that, you can just be thinking, oh, 2 minutes can even be too much for you to get tired or bored of it. Like somebody like me now, I get lazy, but if I just 1 minute takes me to get bored or get tired of a particular thing I'm doing. But that's just the beauty of it. The goal is not for you to start it great or you to start it perfectly. It's just to start. Instead of saying I'll read before bed, you can say, oh, I'll read just 1 page or even just 5 lines. Instead of saying I'll run 3 miles, you can just start by just tying your running shoes, because honestly, once your shoes are tied, you're not just going to sit back right down, are you? So the point isn't about running or reading, it's about showing up. You cannot improve a habit that does not even exist. The hardest part of doing anything is just by getting started. So I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming, sorry. Okay, so the 2 minute rule can seem like a trick to some people. It'd be like you're just fooling yourself. If you know you're just going to do it already, if you know you're just going to do that particular thing you want to do, I just start this small. You're just fooling yourself. But honestly, okay. I'm sorry, can you hear me?
Now,
Hello,
yes, it was breaking before. Yeah, you said honestly. Honestly was the last word you said.
okay. Thank you very much. Um, So if the 2 minute rule feel forced, you can try to do this. This is from the author, and I really like this part very well. So he said, if the 2 minute rule feel forced, try this. Do it for just 2 minutes, then stop. If you want to run, just go for the run you want to run, then for 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, you just stop running. Then if you want to read, just read for 2 minutes and stop. It's not a strategy for starting, it's a whole thing. Your habit can last only 120 seconds. So the point is not about the running or the reading, is about showing up. Like I said before, that 2 minutes that you're going to do, you start it for 2 minutes, then before you know you're going up to 5 minutes, then you're improving to 15 minutes, and before you know you're somebody that does that particular habit you did not want to do before. You start it and you're already getting better at it, and you're doing it regularly. Something you feel forced for you to do before, you just start it automatically. Once you master those first 2 minutes, you start what the author calls habit shaping, slowly expanding that tiny action you wanted to do into something bigger. It works for anything. If you want to study, you want to eating healthier, or even waking up early. The favorite part of all this, it removes the pressure of that particular thing you want to do. You don't have to be perfect, you don't have to be great. You just have to start small, keep showing up. Or as I like to think about of it, don't aim to be a superhero, just aim to be a person who puts on the cape every day. I got that from somewhere though. So in summary, habits are the entry point and not the end point. They are the curb and not the gym. If you can't learn the basic skill of showing up, of getting started, you have little hope.
All right. Can Hi Ramla, are you still there?
I'm still there.
He was breaking.
So where can I start from? Because can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Go on, Ramla. We can hear you. Go on. Just go on.
Go on, just go on, don't worry.
Okay, so I actually have gone through everything, but I don't know where you stopped hearing me.
All right, it's fine if you have gone through everything. Thank you so much for for the contribution in this second to the last chapter of this third law. Make it easy, right? So you were able to tell us that we should start small. We don't have to be the best of ourselves. We just have to start little by little, and with time, we will be able to accumulate and we'll be able to stop the old procrastination that we are having. Now, I know that last week, when Debo was talking, he talked about that human beings are naturally lazy, right? I know that me, myself, I can use myself as example before we start I'm coming, I'm trying to see if there are chats or any hands up. Well, I cannot see answer. Okay, sorry. I guess I saw some. Okay, bad network. All right. So I looked at myself and I said, okay, he had said we just need to push ourselves, right? And this book also taught us that we just have to start small. For example, you want to fold your clothes. You just start with the smallest one, and with time, you just know that you finished everything. So we'll take it back to when we were small, when we were children, right? when I read this chapter last week. So when I read the chapter and I was just looking at myself, I used my sons as example, right? I was like, okay, when I was trying to get the smaller one to learn how to write, every blessed day we write. Every blessed day until he mastered that skill, right? So we can just put ourselves as a child, like, and my favorite quotes is always let the child in you come alive. Just let us go back to how we were small, where we were carefree, where we do things. You notice that we actually do things little by little, little by little, little by little. And at the old time, it just becomes part of us. If you have comments, you can raise up your hand. Oh. And it just become part of us, right? It just become part of us. And I noticed that when I had challenge in trying to get him to read, all I did was I asked questions and I said, okay, how can I even help him? Because it was already getting to 4 and he couldn't just read the way his older one was. So I had to start. Okay, we started with 2 letters. We took it step by step, step by step, step by step. And eventually he was able to read, right? He was able to read stories and like that. I also applied the same principle when they were trying to learn their multiplication table every blessed day. So it became part of them. Even the day I will tell them I will forget, they will be the one to say, oh, mommy, we've not recited our multiplication table today. And I know that it tends to apply to it applies to all of us, right? Especially in sports. If you jog every day, maybe at a particular time you jog, you just notice that at that point, your body will just be doing you somehow. Waking up too. Me, even sometimes I know I have a particular time I wake up. If I don't wake up that time, no how, I would have woken up at that time. I may not just stand up, but that time, because it's a principle that I'd already grown with over time. I cannot just change it. That's why we will say that when we move to another city, we have to acclimatize to that time. It takes a bit of time. So let's just start every day. I want to nudge everyone, like every day. Just 2 minutes. 2 minutes is just 120 seconds, right? Just if we want, or what we want to do is just to grow in writing, just scribble. Like my boss will tell me, just put it down, just write it down. You might not be perfect at that time, but with time, when you go over and over and over and over and over and over, right? It becomes part of you. So this book actually emphasized that. It says we should start small. When you want to start a new habit, what do we want to do? Just take less than 2 minutes and it becomes part of us and it helps us build that momentum. How do we build the momentum? Whatever we start, whatever you want to do, just do it. I was saying to myself, oh, I need to start something next day. And I was like, no, why can't I just start preparing now? Instead of saying, oh, January, before we know it. I'm sure most of us had already said we'll start something since January this year. But here we are in November. We've not even started at all. So let's just reflect on ourselves and go through everything that this book has said, right? I know we tend to, okay, so there was a part of this book that differentiated the difference between a good day and a bad day is often a few productive and healthy choices that we make. So at the beginning of a day, most times it doesn't go the way we want to, but however, if you want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, if you've done one, at least you'll be happy with yourself that, yes, I was able to do it. So what I do every morning is to write down my tasks for the day. If I can achieve one, because most time you never achieve anything. But if you can achieve one, at least your day is being productive. And with that, you've ticked off the box. Right? So we need to be decisive with our choices. Whatever we decide, whatever our choices, a bad choice will make us have an unproductive day, and a good choice will also make us to have a productive day. So what do we want to do? Let all of us, I'm just saying, let all of us just try to think. We have less than 2 months to close the year. What have been our aspiration for the year? I know for Kaizen group is for us to inculcate the reading habit into everyone. And I'm sure we've been able to achieve it with this 30 minutes that we've been doing every Saturday. I'm sure some people that don't even like reading have also started reading. I know someone on the call actually said, wow, that he has actually been reading very well right now, right? And he has also been applying the principles of what the book is saying. So let's just my own takeaway from this book is that we should start.
Deo, you are muted.
Oh, anyway, sorry. Thank you. I didn't know. Apologies. Thank you. So I was just running through a story of someone that said he wanted to start a business and he said, even if you have 0 naira, you can actually start a business. I'm sure everybody will say it's not true. Whatever skills you have grown over time, right? You can actually start a business with that. All you need to do is just to cultivate that skill. And how do we do it? Our 2-minute rules. Basically, all today is just about 2-minute rules, 2-minute rules, 2-minute rules. Let the 2-minute rule just sink into everyone. Anytime you want to do something, just think about it. How do I start? 120 in less than 120 minutes every day. I know that at the end of this month, I'll be able to grow if it's writing you want to do, if it's content creation you want to do, if it is if you want to take up a leadership position, you start small. I'm sure every leader today started small, like my boss. He started small. He's a very good listener. And how did he do it? He just looked at everybody. How do I make myself, even though me, I'm still learning, I'm trying to catch up. I am not there, but I will soon be there. Right? He started small by small. And right now, he can be in 3 meetings and he will listen to everything. And how did he start? With two minutes time. And he knows how to do everything. So all I'm just employing everyone is let's make decisive decision in whatever we want to do. Let's have accountability partner. Most times, let's just have someone that's okay. What do I want to do? Okay, what example can I do? Okay, I'll still use my child. I want my child to be able to write clearly, right? Who will be accountable for this? I will be the one accountable for this, and he has to do it. So let's just have that accountability. Every day, you just take the less than 2 minutes. Children normally they have small attention span. So that's why I believe that these 2 minutes is actually effective. Even we as adults too, we actually easily get distracted, right? We easily get distracted. So this 2-minute principle, let's just try and apply it in our daily life and we get there. So let's have a good accountability partner that can always meet us every day. Have you done this at this particular time? Have you done this at this particular time? And before you know it, you will see that you've actually made progress. You are better than yesterday. All we just need to do is you are better than the day before. Let's just have it to be better than the day before. That's all. If you want to reduce your weight, right? We all know there are plenty nutritionists on the road right now. They'll tell you eat this, eat that, eat this, eat that. If we're intentional with ourselves, most times what we do is just to ensure that we eat in small portions. right? And we will see that we've actually lost the number of weights that we really want to do. Let's just start small. Oh, someone's hand is up. Sorry. Let's just start small in our daily, in whatever goals that we've set for ourselves. Okay. Kazim, do you want to say anything before I round up?
I'll go after Moses.
Oh, wait. I know. Sorry, Moses. I didn't see actually.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Maradio, and thank you, Ramla. I hope I pronounced that right. There are some kind of reviews that you need the entire maybe 20, 15-minute session, to sort of have a holistic digest of what the goal is. But I think that this from last session, I just needed one statement or one sentence, and that sentence was what I put in the chat. Honestly, that quote is much more powerful than you can imagine, and you don't know what that quote has done just by me listening to it. And so I would just want to draw this as a personal, from my own personal self. I needed that a lot. There are too many things that I have in my head as things that need to be done or places that needs to be or habits that I need to change. But I'm always too focused on the end goal, the big picture. And it's always making it difficult for me to start. And even when I start, for me to be consistent. And so the easiest point of entry is what this chapter just teaches me. Find the easiest point of entry for everything you want to do. For everything, just find and keep consistent at that easiest point. So it's giving me like a homework, right? And I want to thank Romla for that. I needed that actually, and I'm going home with something significant today. Thank you, Romla. Thanks, Moradio.
Thank you, Moses. Cousin.
All right. Thank you, Moses, Moradeyo, and Romla for that presentation. So, Romla, you did very well. Don't let the network beat make you feel that you've not done very well. I love the momentum. I love the energy in the voice. I also love the key points that you're able to pass through despite the network challenges. I think the part I just want to emphasize is to start small and be able to break things into small chunks. That is a big skill. Seeing it in a book like this, we think that it's something very small, but you also need a 2-minute rule for you to perfect the habit of breaking things down. Okay, so a practical example that's I know we are already at the time or at the top of the hour. Apologies. So there was a part it said that I want to live long and live a healthy life, and you're able to break it down up to wearing my gym clothes, because wearing your gym clothes is a form of motivation. If you wear a jalabia or an agbada, for instance, or a bubu or a big clothes, you will not feel the urge to jump up, stretch, bend, sit up, and do all that. But once you wear a sneakers and then you wear a gym clothes, you will be in the mood, right? So what we're basically saying, the habit of breaking things down, we also need to practice it till we get it. He also give an example of happy marriage, and he broke it down to I should prepare a meal plan for next week, basically. So he's telling us that having a happy marriage, one of the components is eating well and having the meal in the house, and then drawing up a meal plan should help. So I'm just trying to say that all of these concepts are very nice, but we need to be deliberate about the habit or the art of breaking things down to the level that we can start small and climb higher. And that quote that Moses reiterated, honestly, that quote is something very big in my head right now. And thank you, Romla, for it. And thank you, Moses, for also calling it out big. Morade, over to you. Thank you.
Thank, thank you, Kazim, for the add-on. Thank you, Moses and Ramlat, for breaking this very chapter into a how will I say, into like less than 10-minute presentation. How to stop procrastinating by using the 2-minute rule. So I'd like to say thank you to everyone that contributed, everyone that dropped something on the chat. I know someone said start small and you will get it. While Moses also dropped don't aim to be the superhero. Your aim should be the person that puts on the cape every day. That was a quote from Romlat. She said, so yeah. I guess that's what everybody has dropped. So we'd like to appreciate everyone that has joined this call. And I'm sure that we all have one or two things to take home, and we will try and break the chain of procrastination. Right. And please do remember to follow us on all our social media platform, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and the likes. Also, let's extend this invite to our friends, family, well wishers, so that we can we can also build the culture not just for ourselves, but to the family at large. Let's also try to inculcate this principle. Let's start small in everything we want to do, because when you start big, we get confused at the end of the day. So let's just start small and break it into pieces, like Kazima said. Let's break everything into pieces, and at the end of the day, we will actually achieve our set goal. As we run into the new year, I hope this will actually also follow us. Once again, I would like to say thank you to everyone that contributed. Thank you to everyone that joined. Please don't forget to follow us, and also once we drop on YouTube, please also like, comment, and share. Have a lovely evening, everyone.